Welcome to the Cobb Tank, where educators from across the district pitch innovative new ideas to help students learn in the classroom.
Students would record the time taken to change it.
If the Sharks like their idea, they could be awarded the grant funding to make it happen.
You can change a kid's life. You can change their thinking.
On the last Cobb Tank, the Sharks heard from 5 competing teams. Now the remaining teams jump in with their pitches to the Sharks.
The next finalist going into the Cobb Tank is representing Teasley Elementary School. Maria Braswell is seeking $10,000 to fund STEM Codettes.
According to the National Science Foundation, in kindergarten through 12th grade, female student achievement in math and science is on par with their male peers. In 2013, at the collegiate level, women earned 57.3% of all bachelor degrees.
While women earn over half of all bachelor degrees, only 17.9% of bachelor's degrees in computer science, 19.3% of bachelor's degrees in engineering, and 43.1% of bachelor's degrees in math are awarded to women.
They represent the disparity among minority women is even greater. They represent 3.1% of all bachelor's degrees in engineering, 5.4% of all bachelor's degrees in math, and 4.8% of all bachelor's degrees in computer science.
So you may be asking yourself, why is this important? The jobs of tomorrow will be in STEM. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, between 2012 and 2022, STEM occupations are projected to grow higher than the average for all jobs. Additionally, STEM degree holders enjoy higher wages, earning 26% more than the non-STEM counterparts. Unfortunately, only 29% of the STEM workforce is made up of college-educated women.
So how can we get more girls into the STEM workforce?
Good evening. I'm Maria Braswell, a 5th grade teacher at Teasley Elementary School, and I'm seeking $10,000 to begin an after-school program from girls in 3rd through 5th grade focused on developing STEM and engineering computer science skills. The organization known as the STEM Codettes the goal of the organization is to expose the girls to STEM and computer science content and skills through a series of boot camps. Each boot camp will be designed around a problem that the girls will work to solve related to a specific STEM or computer science area. For example, during a computer science boot camp, the girls might be given a problem that could be solved through programming an app. So throughout the course of the boot camp, the girls would learn the content and skills necessary to program a simple web-based app. In addition to the mentorship that I will provide, I plan to establish community partnerships with STEM professionals and students to teach and mentor the girls. More importantly, all of the boot camps will be designed to incorporate the 6 C's: content, communication, collaboration, critical thinking, creative innovation, and confidence. The secret is out. Companies and organizations in the United States and around the world no longer identify the most qualified candidate as the one with the highest GPA. Instead, these organizations are seeking candidates who can communicate effectively, collaborate on cross-functional teams, and think critically. The disparity of women in the STEM workforce is too great, and in Cobb County, we can change that. We can have our girls make a major shift in this statistic and this demographics, and I believe that STEM cadets can do that. You have the opportunity to be a part of something big, and together, we can do it.
Yay! Well stated, girls. Okay, any Shark have any questions for our young ladies?
Talk to me about how many children you're planning to host during your afternoon.
Sure, so my plan is to begin with 30 young women. I would like to have 10 from 3rd grade, 10 from 4th grade, and 10 from 5th grade.
Which professions are you focused on in the community? So from a business standpoint, what businesses are you planning to reach out to?
Sure. So there really is a wide range of opportunity here. So I personally have contacts with mechanical engineers, chemical engineers, metallurgical engineers, and space engineers. So that is where I will start. But I know, too, through some of the organizations that I've been a part of here in Cobb County, I've been able to connect with other people, like through the MSP program. I was able to meet a professor of electrical electrical engineering from KSU, so I would not feel uncomfortable to reach out to him and have him and some of his students come out and mentor some of the girls. Also through my school community, during Career Day we had several STEM-specific professionals who came out, and they actually came to our class and spoke with our students, and so that's another way that I can build those relationships. So there really is a really wide range of things that we can do, and I really think that the individual boot camps will give the girls a really wide range of vision to see, hey, there's a lot of different engineering jobs out there, and maybe I'm not a chemical engineer, but maybe I could be a metallurgical engineer one day.
I have a question. How are the girls selected? Do they need to apply or they're recommended?
Sure, so it's actually a combination of both. So they will fill out an application process, and the questions will be both related to their academic background and some of their character, but also I'll be looking for teacher recommendations. So I really want this to be a really well-rounded program where they're getting the content and that exposure to college and career, but also I think that the character education that comes with it is really important too. You know, our girls, they're so capable. These young women that are standing right here next to me, these are my female students. These women are amazing. The one thing that we always talk about is that one of the areas that they need to work on is their confidence. They need to believe that they can do anything, because I know that, you know, our principal knows that, the other teachers know that, but they don't. So I think that this kind of organization would really go a long way in helping these women know that we can do it, we can do anything.
Was confidence and character, you said, part of the 6 C's?
Character isn't part of it, but confidence is definitely.
Confidence was, right?
Yes, it
so
is.
the 6 C's, is that something you made up or something that the girls made up, or this is something that I don't know about?
No, so actually, this summer I read a book about, you know, how to make children more intelligent, and one of the things that they talked about is the 6 C's. So we often hear the 4 C's when we're talking about 21st century skills, but the 2 others that are added to that are creative innovation and confidence, because the research shows that those 2 components are really important determining factors in ultimate success of children. So,
any of the young ladies want to say something? We got a little bit of time.
I want to know, if any of the girls, what's been your favorite part about being a part of this, of the Codettes?
No pressure.
Eden, would you like to say something? Come on.
The reason why I like doing this is because it's fun. I love science. I like science. It's one of my favorite subjects. I really enjoy doing science and doing coding, so I think this program is great, and I would sign up.
One more?
I'd like to add also, it feels like you're a part of something that like helps in the world.
Well, just looking at your faces, I can tell you're really excited about this program, this idea. I appreciate you as an educator for giving these girls this opportunity.
Absolutely.
Kudos to you and the school and the principal, I think, here. So we're very proud of you. And you showed a lot of confidence tonight coming out here and sharing your vision with us. And we're all very appreciative, and hopefully we'll see you later on and give you some good news. All right? Yay! You are dismissed.
Of the heritage.
Yes, cute.
You guys are awesome.
That was fun.
How do you think you did? I think it went really well. You know, it's a great program, and I think that the girls would really benefit from it, so it's exciting. So hopefully the Sharks will pick to fund us.
The next finalists going into the Cobb Tank are representing Sedalia Park Elementary School. The first grade teacher team is seeking $10,000 to fund flexible seating for first grade.
Good evening, Sharks. My name is Abby Shaw, and I'm a first grade teacher at Sedalia Park Elementary School, and these are my teammates. Hi, Sharks. We're here today to talk to you about flexible seating. This could be something that could truly help each one of our students. But before we get to that, let's take a look at some pictures. Here's a picture of an early phone and a Model T car. During their time, they were very innovative, but as the years went on and our needs changed, so did the car and the phone, which brings us to a Tesla, one of the most innovative cars on the market today, and an iPhone, something that most of us can't live without. Okay, I have one more set of pictures for you. Here's a classroom from probably the 1940s. Students are sitting in rows and at desks. Now for a picture of today's classroom. As you can see, not much has changed. Children are still sitting in the traditional seating, but as their needs have changed, our classrooms haven't. Teaching styles and academic expectations have also changed. Children are no longer inactive participants in the classrooms. They are now expected to work together and collaborate with each other. Research shows that flexible seating can provide students the opportunity to strengthen their core, use up their excess energy, and it will increase their motivation and productivity. By using flexible seating in our classrooms, we hope to see an immediate increase in engagement and academic achievement. Let's take a look at what some of our students think about flexible seating.
Our plan is to introduce the flexible seating options in 4 phases to model how they are used and respected in the classroom. This gives the students the opportunity to try them out and find which seating style is best for their learning.
In the first phase, we'll introduce the ball chair. Students will all have an opportunity to try it out and see what works well, if it works well for them. After that, in the next few phases, we will introduce the wobble stool. Oh, she's got the wobble stool. The bouncy bands and the wiggle seat. There it is, right there. Okay, Sharks, give them a try. See what flexible seating will work best for you.
Oh my gosh, he needs that Fidgety.
Absolutely.
You like that one the whole time? Okay. Try them all. This gets right? This is like this yours.
That one could also be used on the floor as well.
Probably watching this right now. Don't fall.
And the backs could be removed off of this as well to help also strengthen their core.
Such a great idea.
That was fun.
Yeah. Together.
Is that it?
Did you have any questions for us?
We didn't know that was it. So that was it. All right. So we have some time to ask you some questions. So we'll go ahead and look at my Sharks. Anybody have any questions for our special guests?
Yeah. Tell me about how many seats are we purchasing?
So we have 9 first grade classrooms this year. We were looking to get 6 ball chairs, 6 wobble stools, 6 bouncy bands, and 6 wiggle seats for each classroom.
For each classroom, okay.
Yes, for each classroom. That way we could have enough options for the children to choose what would be best for them. But we would also incorporate standing tables or pillows and cushions with clipboards. And I know I've had one of my students who took all the lunch boxes out of the lunch basket and actually sat in the basket with the clipboard, and that worked fine for him. So.
What happens after first grade when they don't have this opportunity?
See? Special.
Good point. Yeah.
Well, we're hoping that this idea is going to spread throughout the school. So we'll start in first grade, and we're hoping that other teachers will catch on to this great new idea and start adding to their classrooms as well.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
How many students you said you have 9 classrooms. How many students do you guys have amongst the 9 classrooms total?
Right now, I believe we have between 140 and 150 students.
So maybe I missed this. This is to keep the attention of the students and also minimize disruption and discipline issues. Is that what you? were saying? I couldn't. I forgot.
Absolutely. Yeah, it enhances engagement.
Okay.
It does. It gives an outlet for their their energy. It builds their core so they can pay attention. Their stamina's longer and stronger. So yeah, it benefits everything.
Do you guys use that too when you're?
I do.
Maybe you're losing engagement. You sit in a chair for a minute. You reach them. You know, hey.
I have partially been using flexible seating in my classroom. I don't have any ball chairs or wiggle stools, but that's actually a bouncy band that I made out of just a workout strap that I put on for one of my students. And I have seen increase where kids can just, if they want to work on the floor, they can work on the floor. If they want to work standing up, hey, if they're getting their work done and it keeps them engaged longer, that's what I would like to see from them. So I've been using it. I have replaced the chairs in my classroom for myself too. So I sit on balls during the day. But the kids, you know, I've definitely seen an increase. And I think by giving them a couple more options would definitely benefit them all.
I really liked your, I liked your pictures. That was a really good way to articulate what you were trying to say. I thought it was really smart. And being a very high active person and remembering being in school and holding on to the desk, you know, trying to concentrate, I think it'd be great for many, many kids. So very impressive.
Yeah.
Any more? I mean, I think that's about
I
good.
just love that you guys came together as a team.
Yeah.
That's
Go first grade. Good job. We'll talk to you guys in a few, hopefully, for some good news. Take care.
Bye-bye. Nice meeting you guys. Well, I think
That was cool.
Everything has been so. I think you need to get one of chairs.
Can I use it the rest of the day? Can I use it the rest of the day?
How was this experience for you guys?
It's been a wonderful experience. It really has. It's been good as a team builder, and it's been fun to do it.
The next finalists going into the Cobb Tank are representing TAP Middle School. Gerald Robinson and Samika Samuels are seeking $10,000 for Cobb Student Leadership Academy.
Good afternoon, Sharks. I'm Samika Samuels.
And I'm Gerald Robinson, and we will be introducing our Student Leadership Academy, where we want to create opportunities for students to exercise their innovative ideas and dreams to either change or improve their school or community, or maybe even the whole world.
This video demonstrates exactly where the idea of Cobb Leadership Academy came from. In Cobb, we have a Leadership Academy and we have Teacher Leader Academy. I think it would be vital to give students a voice with our Student Leadership Academy.
I don't know, make the media center bigger, I guess. Like much bigger, much more books. Because when people read, it's just books lead to dreams, and if you're dreaming, you know you could do it, you go after it. And
the biggest problems that students face nowadays is that they just don't respect and value their schools and education. I feel we could fix this by taking a series of field trips to college campuses and laboratoriums. Oprah Winfrey was once asked, "Why didn't you build a school in the United States instead of Africa?" She replied, "Kids in the United States just don't respect their education."
This Leadership Academy will allow students to set a goal to try to change or improve something that they already have a part of. As teachers at TAP Middle School, it is not about us at all. There are no props. There are no, and I'm not, all the other teams have done a great job, but our idea is very simple, and it's students. We want to be able to make those dreams of students come true. We want to be able to give them a reason to want to be better, to want to be global citizens, to want to add to their community. As you sit there, as we close, I want you to think about who inspired you to be who you wanted to be. And kids inspire me every day. I tell them in the classroom that I don't want any walls in the classroom. I want your world to be something that you create. And I think that it's our job as teachers. I became a teacher in order to to look at students and say, whatever you want to be, you can be, and I will help you do this. Cobb Leadership Academy is a great venue or great avenue to make those dreams come true.
I can feel your emotion.
Yeah.
It's a great job. It's a great
Yes.
job.
I can
I'm
see your
feeling
heart.
it.
Yeah.
How about this young man? What's he have to say? Oh, look at that.
Tell him your name.
My name is Jonathan Samuels, and I do not go to Tapp Middle School, but I will go next year.
Great.
And I think that this academy will help me guide myself through 3 years.
That's awesome. Well stated.
Students
so are we gonna do the mic or the audio or? Okay, we'll just keep going. Any questions from the Sharks?
Yeah, I do. So describe what the academy will
entail.
So the makeup of the academy.
A little more detail.
The students will apply. So it's an application process in two parts. There will be teacher mentors that will apply for the position, and there will be groups of students who will apply with an innovative idea. So when they apply, they'll say, I would like to do this, or I would like to see this change happen. Kind of like Cobb Tank. An innovative idea. Right. So the teacher mentors will also apply, and they will get a small stipend, and there will be a 2-week leadership camp in the summer at one of our local high schools. The leadership camps will focus on leadership, making leadership, problem solving, and then they will have an extensive time to put their ideas to practice.
I gotta actually put it together, and we're gonna make it happen.
Make it happen.
So is there going to be like a competition, and then you sort of like choose the winners, and then they get their idea become reality?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
So because it's $10,000 is what we're asking for. So then an idea would be 5 to 10 teams, according to how much money they need in order to make their projects grow. So it would be like a competition. So, and we would focus on students in late elementary to high school. During the 2 weeks in the summer, the mentor teachers will work along with the teams to make their dreams, to plan their dreams. They will have a year to implement their projects or complete their projects. And every month there will be a checkpoint to say, okay, this is how the progress is going on this project. And at the end of the year, we'll celebrate. We'll have a celebration to say this team and kind of
We're
display
looking
them.
from 5th to 11th grade.
I'd like to know how many students will be impacted by this program.
Depending on the project. So if one idea from Tapp Middle School was to have a mural painted, so that would impact everyone who attends Tapp. Another idea was to start a recycling program in the city of Powder Springs, and that would impact the entire city. So it has
it's limitless.
Right, it has the
basically.
potential to reach as far-reaching as the students can think.
This room or the whole world.
And the money will.
It's all about the money. So what would the money go towards? Clarify that for me.
The money would go towards funding the projects.
So the project could be whatever you guys decide, and that would be the resource to support whatever.
Right, the
Okay.
resources.
The recycling center.
Got it.
Right, so, and then money would go towards us, the small stipend for the teacher mentors.
Got it.
How are
Okay.
you gonna sustain $10,000 might run out the first year? What are you gonna do the years after?
We might be back here, or
We'll work on getting sponsors.
yes, we are. I mean, there are a lot of local businesses. Even the city
Sure.
of Powder Springs is so excited about even the thought of students helping to improve our community. So we are hoping after this first year that the momentum will pick up, and we will
Right.
be able to pick up more students and more projects and have more mentor teachers. So,
I'm thinking the South Cobb Business Association would be a good one.
right.
You
Yes,
know.
sir.
Any last 30-second pitch?
I just want to leave you with this to let you know that this Student Leader Academy falls right in line with the mission of Cobb County, which is one team, one goal.
One goal.
Student success. It's on the back of our shirts.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we appreciate you guys coming out here tonight, and we appreciate how you I thought what you said was probably more passionate. So I can see it and feel it. And if you were one of my teachers, I would be like, wow, And you too, sir. Appreciate you guys coming out here.
Yeah.
We're just very proud of you. And we'll let you know shortly our decision. So
Yes.
we'll see you soon.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
for
so
your time.
much for coming.
So tell me, what was your favorite part about the whole experience?
Just being able to pitch in front of it and be able to show others our passion about the kids. And, it's never about us. With us, it's just all about the kids every day, and just show other people how passionate we are about it.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part when they ended.
The next finalists going into the Cobb Tank are representing Osborne High School. Erin Talley and Jennifer Glendenning are seeking $8,500 for connecting math and students.
Good evening. I'm Jennifer Glendenning.
I'm Erin Talley.
And we're here to share with you our project called Connecting Math and Students. Our goal is simplified by one single phrase: if they build it, they will learn. Mm-hmm. So part of what we do at Osborne is we look at data to help us make educational and instructional decisions. And so one of the things we've been looking at as math teachers is our EOC data. We have shown growth over the years, and we're making progress, but not at the rate that we would like. And so we are looking for opportunities for students to have more hands-on approach to math to help them learn. And so one of the ways we're going to do this is through the Connects Math Lab.
This is not just an investment, a manipulative that a lot of math classrooms might have, like algebra tiles or something like that. It is an actual curriculum-based project where students would be interacting with these products from 9th grade to 12th grade, as well as an opportunity for horizontal learning with cross-content. So students would be able to apply these types of lessons that we would do in our math classes that we could also tie into environmental science, 9th Lit, and world geography, just as an example, at the freshman level. The biggest thing, and these are just some standards to talk about that, but they would be able to connect these with environmental science, as well as 9th Lit and world geography. The biggest thing as a math teacher that I deal with, not only with the gaps that we have, because students, sometimes get some concepts better than others, but the biggest thing that we deal with is, when am I going to use this in real life? Mm-hmm. How is this going to be applicable to me? Miss Talley, why do I have to do this? Well, this is the answer. For example, recently in the news, we had the gas explosions. And we had gas shortages, and we had people wondering, okay, how am I going to get to work? My gas station down the street's out. Well, in order for us to really investigate that, we can talk about renewable energy. So these are some questions that we would pose to our students. What can we do? What are some alternatives? How can we become less dependent? How can we avoid energy shortages? How can mathematics solve an environmental issue? So what I have here is just a small sample of what Connects has to offer for classrooms. This would be a 9th grade lesson, but it also applies to geometry standards, as well as Algebra 2 standards, as well as pre-calculus, because math, as you guys know, builds on each other. So the more maturity that they gain in the classroom, they're able to investigate more complex concepts. So just to give you guys an idea of what it would look like, here are some examples of what we're asking for. Some of the different products where we could investigate in solar energy and wind energy. And one of the things that we would be investigating with our students is, how can we actually turn wind energy into mechanical energy? So as we turn on the wind, we see that it takes a certain amount to get it going. And then students would record the time taken to change it. We have some extra excited wind right now. But talking about how quickly we could fill up this water cup. And at face value, it might seem kind of, seem kind of silly. However, these types of things grow bigger to where we can talk about the windmills out in New Mexico and why they have to be out there, and the types of winds that different climates have and different terrain has. The other thing too is, and obviously I couldn't get the solar panel car to work, but students, we can go outside and we can actually have them investigate, okay, well, how much solar energy do I need to make my car run? Does the angle depend on it? Does the sun angle depend on how fast my car will go? What kind of energy how much does this stuff cost? That kind of thing. So this is just a small application of what we could do but we could do it in a much bigger level if we had more than just one set. If we had an actual math lab where students could go into and investigate other types of things, such as these roller coasters. This right here, we have physics applications as well as math standards from freshman year all the way to senior year. So these types of projects could really grow with the students as well as benefit our English language learners and our special education students who need those hands-on opportunities. And at the end of the day, they get to be authors of their mathematics instead of being told what to think. They actually get to develop the problem.
So one of the things we want you to realize if you fund our project is that we can make it sustainable. Part of our funding is for some sub-days for teachers to work on lesson plans and incorporate them immediately into their classrooms, but that's something that will be ongoing throughout PL that we do at the school anyway. The materials is a one-time outlay of funds because they are reusable year after year after year, and we're asking for enough to have sets going on in the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade levels at classes at all time. So that's part of what we need for our students to be successful and to remember, if they build it, they will learn. Thank you.
That was outstanding. Great job. All right, Sharks, any questions for the Osborne team?
I'm just very glad to hear math teachers saying more than formulas in a classroom. I appreciate that. It's a huge deal. We have heard a lot of elementary schools trying to do the same, and to hear the high school teacher saying the same is just a big, loud claim for mathematics, and so I love that. Thank you, guys. Talk to me about the PL will be sustained by who? Who is going to be able to train them?
Part of what we do is once again, we're data driven through our school decision making, and part of our data team process is professional learning there, so that can be incorporated continuously through the years with what we do with that already.
So will you need budget to train one person to train?
That's part of what the budget is for what we have already
Part of the
started.
budget is for our vertical team to come together and spend 2 days, where one day would be becoming more familiar with what Connect has to offer with the products that we would purchase. And then the second day would be to take Connect's lesson plans and adapt them for our students so we can differentiate better and everybody would have access to higher level thinking.
That was my question of your ask. How much is it for the material? And how much is it for the subs that you mentioned?
The actual material is about $5,500 in order to get the sets that we would need to where students would be able to investigate not only the energy applications, but also moving on into physics as well. So it would be about $5,500 in order for all grade levels to have access to the materials.
How many teachers would be part of the learning that would take part in the seminars?
The vertical team consists of 10 math teachers at this time, and then what we would do is they would go back and train the people on their data team, so it would incorporate all of the math department and the co-teachers and the ESL math teachers as well. And then once they were comfortable, then that's when we would do the horizontal training to branch out to the other content areas.
That's perfect.
So this is going to be incorporated in the class, or were you saying this is going to be a math lab?
Well, because of the space that students would need, we are going to have a dedicated math lab. However, teachers will be, I hate to use the word required, but teachers will have to go to this lab like 2 to 3 times a semester, if not more. And also, the kits are also fairly transportable, so we could actually, if we needed to, have pullouts into our classrooms as well.
So the kits, approximately how many students in a class, like how many students would be interacting with the kit? Like will your, the request for your grant supply enough for all the students? Because I know high school classes are large.
They are. But they, like for example, in this one kit, we can get 4 models out of it. And so students could investigate whether this type of windmill, as you saw a couple slides ago, We have this kind of windmill with the paper on it as well. We have a different kind of car that's kind of shaped like almost like a tractor almost, and then a swing. So there is a little bit of versatility within each kit.
Great job, guys. We're very proud of you for coming out here. Hopefully we'll come through with some finances for you all.
Thank
That'd be
you.
fantastic.
And appreciate
Thank
it,
you.
and we'll see you soon.
Thank
you.
This is our first high school.
Yes, it's our first high school. You know what? Hands-on.
And what's been your favorite part?
Honestly, the developing stages and just kind of seeing the possibilities for kids and their successes in the classroom.
And the collaboration of coming up with the idea and making it come to fruition is great.
The last finalists are going into the Cobb Tank and representing Campbell High School. Gene Abelman and international students from Campbell High School are seeking $10,000 for International Learning Commons.
Hola. Hola. Dobry wieczór. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. My name is Gene Abelman, and I am a teacher in Campbell High School. These wonderful kids are here to represent and to ask you to help and invest in our school. Our school is truly, truly an international and diverse school. In fact, it is probably one of the most international schools in Cobb County. On any given day, if you come to our school, you can hear over 50 languages being spoken at any time. And that is bizarre and wonderful and truly awesome. But these kids still need a voice. About 25 years ago, when I started teaching at Campbell High School, my students were put in a trailer on the far end of the campus. And did they succeed? Unfortunately, not many. Many students felt like they were always an outsider. Many students felt discouraged, and many students just gave up and dropped out. Today, all this time later, there are over 200 ESOL students at Campbell High School. That is roughly 10% of our school. These are some huge numbers. How do they feel? Few succeed, but still many don't have a voice. Many still feel left out. Many still feel like they don't have a place to belong. The International Commons could be the answer to many of these problems that we are experiencing. The attendance would improve if students have a place to belong. Test scores, graduation rates, all this could be improved if the International Commons were part of our school. One team, one goal, and the success of these students could truly be a success.
Hello, my name is Mohammed. I am from Syria. When I come here, I meet a girl who spoke Arabic. She told me that you can have a dream. I didn't want to do anything. Because of her, now I want to finish high school and I want to go to college. And my dream is still growing. At International Commons, we will have people helping us in college application, scholarship, people guiding us on career. We will be proud of ourselves because we help our school in something everybody benefit from it, like International Commons. We will be proud of ourselves because we will make Campbell High School more great. And I love to come back after college to be mentor of other students. Please, we need chance. Please give us a voice. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sahib Mohamed Conte. I'm from West Africa, Sierra Leone, a small country in Africa. I've been here since 2013. When I first started school, it was so hard for me and so difficult because of my language and the cultural differences. Many of my classmates always ask me about the cultural differences in Africa and the school setup. But sometimes I find it difficult to answer some of these questions. But I know the hope of the International Common will be a place for all students to come and learn about my culture and any other culture. The International Common will be a place for us, like as an international student, to feel like home. Because for us, we really miss home. And I hope the International Common will be a place for all students to come and learn. Thank you. Give us a voice.
Hi, my name is Diana. I'm from Colombia. I came here 2 years ago. Come here to this country and learn a new language is not that easy. It's all about emotions, effort, and confidence. Having the International Commons, we will be able to develop our confidence and practice our speaking without distractions. And it will be beneficial for everybody, like American students and students that are just arriving to a country and in a school that experience the feeling of fear, and they later on will be successful in the academics. Thank you. Please give us a voice.
Hello, my name is Brandon. I am from El Salvador. I came here 8 months ago, leaving everything in my country like a lot of students in Campbell High School. And International Commons will help us to learn social stories, science, math vocabulary, will help us to read and write and speak and listen English. And also we will have computer programs like IXL that will provide individual help in math. Another thing very important for us is that we will feel in what part of our country, like in our home, because to live in one country that is not your country is so difficult. Please give us a voice. Thank you. Right now we are going to watch a video.
The International Commons is a perfect fit for our school.
Here at Campbell, we are very diverse. Our students represent 56 different countries.
Additionally, we house the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program. IB students learning a second language will have the unique opportunity to tutor newcomers and be exposed to new cultures. By improving their skills and helping others, students will be able to overlap language and service, a quality essential for the international seal.
The International Commons will help us improve our ELC and access scores.
We hope to make everyone feel welcome.
This program will also help us increase our graduation rate.
So whether it's to help or to be helped, the International Commons will benefit all Campbell Spartans.
So, as you have seen, this represents all of our school. The pictures which we were holding are our students. Some of them literally came to the United States weeks ago. We want to feel them welcome, made welcome, and part of something truly, unique. Instead of just being in a classroom, these students will be in a place that is so much more than a classroom, a place where they can express themselves and be a part of something much greater than, just a classroom.
That was beautiful. Speechless.
Absolutely.
I don't know what to say. Sharks, you have any questions for them?
I don't have a question, but Mr. Romero, I just commend you for you being the voice for your students and bringing forth such an opportunity to, it really even shows the love that you have for them and wanting them to succeed. And even though they have the barrier to the language and feeling sometimes out of sorts being in a different country, I just commend you for the opportunity to present the idea to us to benefit your students.
Thanks. Yeah, I've just seen so many students fall through the cracks, academically, but also emotionally. They don't belong. They're looked at as an outsider. But once we have the International Commons, the whole school will be united. Community will be involved. Kennesaw State University has been in communications with us. They're willing to provide tutors to come. These students can tutor other Campbell High School students and really be involved. And once they feel this empowerment, there's only room for improvement.
Paying it forward, absolutely.
I just,
She feels very emotional because she's so connected.
I've been through it,
Yeah.
and I know what it feels to be in another country and to start where you are. And here I am today, being able to help you out. So, very excited.
It's wonderful.
Well, I was a principal at Wheeler High School and East Cobb Middle School and Holt Road, and I miss you guys, kids. I'm a different job now, but you guys were incredible. So we look forward to speaking to you very shortly and hopefully coming through with what you want. I think it's a phenomenal idea. And just kudos to you for having the courage to come out here and talk to us in front of a camera.
And in
Very
English.
proud. In
Yeah.
English, that's right.
Too.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hasta luego.
All right, guys, that was heavy.
How do you think you do? Do you think that you're going to do real well?
Yeah, I think that everybody did well, and really I'm so happy and proud of them.
Well, what an evening. You guys were absolutely phenomenal. But before we get to the big decision, when we tell you what our thoughts are, I think it's a good chance for right now to talk about the thanks we can give to all the people that put this together, right?
Yes.
I know that it was a big collaborative effort with a lot of people, but specifically teaching and learning department and leadership and learning and communications all work together. Plus, I know this idea really came from our superintendent, Mr. Ragsdale, who supported this last year. So look at now, we're in our second year. Isn't that amazing? Did you guys have fun? Well, you made our job really difficult. We couldn't come to a final decision, but we can tell you that you will be definitely getting at least 90% of what you asked for. So you will get information more from the district really soon about how that's going to work out, but you guys were amazing. I can't tell you how I've been blown away, and the amount of talent is incredible. Anybody else want to say something to the group?
You touch me, and I'm gonna go back to do what you do, hopefully with other children, and I'm just inspired. Thank you.
I want to say thank you for having your heart and all the hard work that you're putting in there. Each of your presentations, you can tell how hard you worked with the students and all demonstrations you did. And I commend you for the impact that you're going to be making. I know all of us wouldn't be here if it wasn't for teachers like you to allow us to be in the roles that we are today. So thank you so much for everything.
I just want to second it. Congratulations to each of you. And I think Cobb Tank is so awesome because it offers you an opportunity to really demonstrate the excellence that we know happens individually in various schools around the district, but you don't oftentimes have the opportunity to exhibit it. And I think Cobb Tank offers that opportunity. So hats off to each of you.
I would like to say keep doing what you're doing because obviously you're doing something right.
Yeah.
That was all him.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys. Yeah.